South Kashmir's Shopian town is observing a complete shutdown to mark the 4th anniversary of the infamous Shopian rape and murder case. 4 years ago on this day, two young women, Asiya and Nilofer, aged 17 and 22 respectively, were allegedly raped and murdered by government forces, and their battered bodies were thrown in a nearby canal. Though the initial investigation and autopsy revealed that the two women had been sexually assaulted and subsequently murdered, the investigation by Government Central Bureau of Investigation rejected the charges, claiming that they had died by accidental drowning. The incident sparked massive protests and strikes across the rescue region.
Nobody could believe this nonsense that they were drowned in. There was a parallel investigation which was carried by a group of lawyers from Delhi, and they came out with this finding on the basis of circumstantial evidence that they have not drowned, but they have been deliberately first raped and then murdered. Actually, the security forces have been raping women in order to inflict a defeat on the entire community in Kashmir ever since this conflict started.
The tears of Shakil Ahmed, the brother of Asiya and husband of Nilofer, have not dried up, and he still shivers in disbelief while recalling that horrifying night that changed his life and the life of his 5-year-old son Suzanne forever. Speaking to Press TV, Shakil Ahmed said he has lost faith in India and its judicial system.
I have been running from pillar to post for justice, but the government is in a state of denial. Me and my family members are being harassed by security agencies. I fear for my life and my family's safety.
He wants to leave Kashmir with his son and other family members and is seeking asylum in Islamic countries to escape harassment. Meanwhile, a conference was held in southern district of Shopian against the court denial of justice to the family of Asiya and Nilofer. The speakers accused the government of covering up the case to shield the culprits in uniform.
Case was hushed up, I think, intentionally to suppress the facts, to conceal the truth. As incidents had taken place, the girls were raped, the girls were murdered, but the Indian state wanted to conceal it, just as they have been engaged in various cover-up operations. Similarly, in this case also, it is a serious cover-up. India claims to be a democratic country, but unfortunately, the image of India in Jammu and Kashmir is that of a repressive state, as a fascist state, as an undemocratic state.
Human rights activists in Kashmir accuse Indian government of failing to prosecute security forces involved in rights abuses. As they say, justice delayed is justice denied. 4 years after the two young women were allegedly raped and murdered by government forces, it still seems to be an endless quest for justice for the family of the victims. Observers say the case has been deliberately hushed up to avoid embarrassment for the government and to shield the culprits in uniform. Sayyid Ali Safwi, Press TV, Indian-controlled Kashmir.